Hello, Ludicrous. Got a beard going. I've had this ages, alright? I've had this ages. It's a lot bigger than what usually, because I normally just trim it down and just maybe have a jawline or just a goatee, but I've had a beard for like, god damn it, how long have I had it? 2012? Had it longer, but 2012 I shaved it completely clean once and never again. Never making that mistake again. Not a good thing either when you get a clean shaven and your wife and your girlfriend tells you, "You remind me of my ex when you shave." All right, case. That's it. Probably won't be streaming long. Just figured I haven't done a like simple chill chat stream in a while, so why not? Drinking coffee at night, because why not? Oh no. No, hell no. Hell no. Hello, Sonic the Dragon Hog. Yo! I don't know why I bother doing voices. I'm not a voice actor. Well, I did do a couple of Minecraft animation voiceover things, but it was just me. Not really much of a voice acting gig, is it? Wife's a voice actor. She can voice act. Well, then that's just... that's out of the way. I like coffee. Coffee's good. Coffee's grand. I am tired, which is surprising considering we just had daylight savings time, meaning we got an extra hour sleep, which isn't good because my kids like to wake up really early. So instead of waking up at maybe 6:30, they woke up at 5:30. So there's that. Even today's a day off. Today is my day off, and I still had to get up at 6 in the morning. So it's like, okay, take care of him, strap him down, put him in the playpen, give him some cereal, put on like TV with cartoons like Nick Jr., and try and go back to sleep for an hour. No, it didn't work. It did not work. But even then, I was thinking of playing Sonic Heroes, streaming Sonic Heroes, but like it's too much to set up, and like I have to unhook the wires and put the Wii wires in so I can play Sonic Heroes on GameCube. No, you like daylight savings time when it's an hour back, okay? That's the only one. Because come March, you have to put an hour forward, meaning you lose an hour. That's the one everyone hates. Well, let's say I was trying to think of playing Sonic Heroes, like, but it's a pain in the ass to set up. I had to set up the Wii. Okay, put the plug in because there's not enough plug sockets back there. Change the wires around from the 360 to the Wii because they both use composite. Hook it all up to the computer, and it's just I can't be asked. I mean, I probably could have, but on the drive home from getting food, it's just like no one can drive. All right, no one can fucking drive. Really annoyed me. Which of the obscure Sonic characters would you mostly want to return? I want to see the Hooligans, Team Hooligan, Knackback, and Bean. I mean, I know they kind of made a cameo appearances in Sonic Mania as, you know, Heavy Magician, and in the 30th anniversary comic, that include. But also on top of that, Mighty and Ray make modern appearances. You know, you bring these two characters back, Mighty and Ray. Just all of a sudden, hey, you got these two characters. You got really new gameplay mechanics, and it's like, oh, great. Can we see a modern version? No. Like, I know they rebooted the Team Chaotix. Like, that was great back in with Sonic Heroes. Why not bring these ones with mod interpretations like they did with the Archie comics? Like, I think it's like several. I think just before the reboot, they had different outfits for Mighty and Ray. So give us a modern version of that. Like, when they rebooted Team Chaotix, they actually changed Charmy's age. It was originally 20 or 16, and they backed him back down to an 8-year-old. Would you like to try the Dolphin Emulator in that case? I have tried a Dolphin Emulator. It does not like it when I stream. In fact, I haven't had time actually getting it to run when trying to play GameCube games just on my own. I thought I didn't have Prime 2 Echoes at the time, so I thought I want to play that and see if we can get it to work and see what happens. No, just I couldn't get it to work. Maybe I need a better computer than what I have right now. So maybe certain emulators I can work, but when it comes to 3D ones, they just do not like me at all. Shared a live stream video on Twitter. Thank you, Dragonhawk. Yeah, Honey the Cat is a fairly popular character, but I think, thankfully, that stems from the post-reboot of the Archies, where they actually make a formidable fighter, but at the same time a fashionista, I think the word is. They're like, oh yeah, she designed Amy's dress. That's the reason why her dress is the same thing. Like, it just defies gravity. Like walking around with an umbrella around your waist. Which I guarantee probably has been on a fashion show at some point. I don't know why people really enjoy that, but I don't get fashion. Just give me a pair of comfortable jeans, a t-shirt, and I'll be walking out the house like that. Obviously with some socks and shoes on, obviously. I should have something like Sonia and Manic could come back if they were rebooted with cousins of Sonic instead of siblings. But they're very nice characters to add since not many people know those two. I think you're underestimating about how many people would know them. Like, people know them infamously, like it's the worst Sonic cartoon next to Adventures or X, which I disagree with. I think X was actually pretty decent, and Adventures was, hey, there's no story to this, we just got a framework of 2 games, what should we do? Let's do Felix the Cat. So, there's that. But as cousins, yeah, possibly. So I like the idea of being like long-lost siblings. I don't know. I still prefer them to have siblings rather than cousins. It's like, this takes away what there is. And again, I just mentioned how this changed the age of Charmy. Also looked at some of the videos in Ken Penders. Like I said, if what was in them was true, that guy is an ass. Oh, he is such an asshole. Like, apparently his standard for writing for Sonic is right. Like, no, because to be fair, he has some ideas, okay? He has some ideas that could work, but it don't work in the context of Sonic. It only works in the context of Sonic because he developed the world to actually make those contexts work. When it comes to actual Sonic, where you're writing for the games or the IDW right now because there's rules around it, you can't do that anymore. His ideas do not work in the context of Sonic. If it was something original, then yeah. I tweeted about this maybe last week. Like, he wants to do something original with not Sonic, fine. He can do that. Maybe he gets picked up by IDW to actually make a fucking comic. But no, and apparently, he owns Scourge the Hedgehog in the Anti-Freedom Fighters, despite the fact that it's been rebooted and redesigned specifically to avoid any of our litigation. But like, you can't just change the character's hair color, give him a different address and call it a new character. Your entire library of characters, Ken, is recolors, okay? Every one of them. Even Julie Sue, you're just like, here's Knuckles with tits and some hair. That's it. That's what Julie Sue is. It took a while for her to actually become more of an original character and less of a pink Knuckles clone. But that wasn't on you, that was on Flynn. He still thinks he owns Shade the Echidna. He does not. You do not, Ken. At fucking all. It's a Sega character. It's a Sega BioWare character, for starters. Oh, it influenced on my character, so therefore it was influenced by Julie Sue. Anything derivative as Julie Sue is therefore mine. Go fuck yourself. Everything is a derivative. Every game, probably I can think of like 10 games, and there'll be some connection to them based on game design, some story elements, the graphics, the engines, even the sound engine, the controls. There's derivatives. They're ideas. You can't just claim it's the same thing because it is not. I should not talk about Ken Penders because I get really passionate of how much I just despise that cunt. Grunt. Do not say the C word. Do not say the C word. Grunt. You like watching me rage. I don't know why you like watching me rage. I don't like it when I rage because I start talking gibberish. I make up swear words. You know. Then again, I'm going to say the C word right now. It's like 9:15. Most of the kids should be in bed anyway. Actually, Sonic characters are really so much recolor. Same character but different feature that already existed in the official character. Yes! Even the original characters, when you're doing derivatives of that, at least with Queen Alicia and Maximilian Acorn, they look like Sally because it's their parents. That's about it. The anti-freedom fighters are meant to be the anti-freedom fighters. Like, there's a Suppression Squad. I get confused on the names. Suppression, I think, is a completely different one. But the evil freedom fighters, it looks like Sonic, Sally, Rota, Bunny, and Tails. Yeah, because they're the clones and evil versions. That's why when it comes to creating original characters, you can't have them looking all the same because then there's no uniqueness. It's like, oh, it's the same character, but they wear a wig. At least the daughter Lara Sue being red like Knuckles, but using the same different qualities together to make a character. Fine, that works. But when you're actually making an original character, have it be original. I've got a lot to say about that, considering my character essentially is just a brown hedgehog with multiple spikes. And the more I keep drawing him, the more the fact that, hey, I'm just basically doing Boom Sonic's Quill style. Do I have any notable relationships with other users like Josh Scorcher, Rabbit Luigi, or Dylan Thomas? I watch Josh Scorcher sometimes. I watch occasional Rabbit Luigi's. I used to be an associate with Dylan Thomas as well as other people. But, here and there right now. Kind of just that association disintegrated. Just like we just can occasionally tweet each other and that's about it. The association's just gone as just used to. But if I was Josh Scorcher and Rabbit Luigi, no. Other users I associate with that you didn't mention is Scourge the Hedgehog. Still on and off association, but a lot more active. Because I'm still writing theories. It's just this past year hasn't really allowed me to actually make Sonic theories. I've been focusing a lot more on my artwork, which surprisingly have taken a sharp turn. Which is why I haven't really uploaded or made videos that much. And Item Box, I'm still trying to get off the ground again because it goes up and down with Item Box on my uploads. It really does. Who else do... I have some association with DJ Slopes. I had him be a cameo in a couple of videos. Who else? A couple of the smaller ones, like have you seen like Dragon Productions Animat? Friends with him. I can't call it off my head, but yeah. Can you make a video about Sonami and the Archie comics and IDW? I will not. For one reason. When I was talking about the associates I had with Grand Sonic Theories, we actually did a compiled crossover collab where we all talked about Sonami in different continuities. I tackled the Sonic Boom ones, whereas Dylan talked about the... I think he did Archie. Or was it Gamer Guy? I think Gamer Guy did Archie. And Scourge did Sonic the Comic, the Fleetway ones. So we all did Sonami in different medias. So that's the reason why I won't touch it. Because it's already been done. I did Sonic Boom. Other guys did the other mediums. So I can get hyper forms of Sonic after Sonic 3, which I really love. They collect all 14 emeralds, which is an already existing game, which for me adds more and collecting more powerful form. Yeah, it'll be cool to get like Hyper again, but considering Hyper is basically, well, a bonus. Like, here's 14 emeralds, here's a more powerful version of Super Sonic. There wasn't really any. The only reason it existed is because, well, we wanted an extra bonus for you. That's about it. I mean, I like the idea of collecting 14 emeralds and that. Collecting stuff in the game is inherently good. That's, even though it's a pain in the ass to get the number rings and silver rings and forces, but getting them and getting to the end is like, hey, we did it. Collecting things in games is good in nature. It's when they actually fuck up on the collector form like Ukulele did, then it starts pouring down. Especially in Ukulele, on the very first level, there's actually one single quill hidden behind a wall that you just don't intend to go down. Nothing's saying go down here. There was 200 quills in this freaking level. Where are they? Name any good Sonic villain. Mephiles is good. Chaos, always a good one. That's about it, really. Sonic villains haven't always been good. No, wait, Melina. She had intention. She was brought in the very beginning. Her reasons for actually turning evil is absolute. It made sense. And she was redeemed at the end. She turned into a villain because she had a good reason to. Sonic Unleashed is the best Sonic game in my opinion. I'm sure that the Werehog stages need refinement and the battle theme is redundant, but it's really the most memorable experience. Yeah. Sonic Unleashed is Sonic Adventure. Okay, first of all, Sonic Unleashed is adventure free. Okay, it's called Sonic World Adventure. It should be ported. It should be remastered. Give us an Xbox Series X, PS5, and Switch release, please, with all the DLC you made for it. And here's the thing as well, if they nick this idea, okay? If you hear them actually announce they do this, and they call it this, know for a fact that I called it and they owe me royalties. If they remaster, like they did with Sonic Colors, they should call it Sonic Unleashed World Adventure. And for the Japanese release, call it Sonic World Adventure Unleashed. Does that not make sense? It's like Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 was called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and in Japan it was called Biohazard 7 Resident Evil. That makes sense. But yeah, Sonic Unleashed is one of the better Sonic games. I will say the actual level design, especially the latter half, is kind of repetitive, especially with the Werehog. Like, they keep introducing new things over, especially the quick time events. The quick time events can go F themselves, don't like them. But in the Werehog, apparently are necessary. Like, you get more experience and it takes out the enemy quicker. But you can mess them up and they can get their health back. So I don't see the point of doing them. But it's a great story, great graphics, great level design. The Werehog works. People hate the concept. They don't hate the Werehog. They hate the concept. Like, Sonic gains hair, stretchy arms, is not as fast, and he beat people up. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay? I really don't. Because that's fun. And you get combos when you level up. So at the end, when you level up everything, you got more life, more unleashed, more shields, all the combos, and you're wrecking shit. Okay? It is fun. And that's the whole thing about Sonic. It's not meant to be, oh, it has to be a good game. Okay, is it fun though? Like, Sonic Forces, for example. Sonic Forces is a disappointment. It is underwhelming. It is not a great Sonic game at all. But I like playing it. I ain't having fun with it. Not so much when Classic Sonic appears and I have to play as him because his gameplay sucks. It does not feel right, okay? They capped his speed. You run down a ramp, run down a slope, up a ramp. He doesn't launch. He just goes. Like, you meant to go freaking up. When you spin dash down it, do you actually launch? And that's a pain in the ass. But other than that, it's fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoy it more than Sonic Colors. And Sonic Colors is meant to be the best Sonic game. With Sonic Colors, it took me a week to finish it because I was bored with it halfway through. Could I make a Sonic video about Sun Alley? Maybe. I don't know. If there is a re-release of Unleashed, I'd like to see the come with a host of quality life improvements and tweaks. Oh, definitely. There'll be a few tweaks in there, just hopefully not the same tweaks they added with Sonic Colors with the fucking blind squirrel engine. If Sonic Chronicles was a normal Sonic game on the DS, what would shared the kind of playstyle be? I think it'll be more of a beat 'em up. Because her specific is hand-to-hand combat with the leech blades. That's what she'll be. Fun memories, so do I. I remember enjoying the hell out of it. It's an RPG. Like, take the surface level away, which is Sonic. It is a bog standard RPG with a active turn system similar to Final Fantasy X, and controls reminiscent of Elite Beat agents. You could put any IP on top of it, and it would be pretty decent. But put Sonic on it, apparently, oh, you can't do this. The music was terrible, though. The music is pretty much ear-piercing. I'm not too sure of incorporating the Wii aspects of Sonic Unleashed into the HD version. I mean, maybe the keys and the additional time trial levels. But even there, you got the time trial levels with the hot dog vendors. I mean, probably one of the few aspects is just the... No, I think a lot of the aspects are already in the Wii version. The only thing I think of is the boost aspect, where it's a block used the same way as a mushroom in Mario Kart. That's the only aspect I'll probably take from that. So do I. I like Sonic, but I'm surprisingly good at Mario games. That's the weird thing. Like Mario 64 and even 64 DS, every star. 120 and 150 stars. Mario Sunshine, 120 shines. Mario Galaxy, 120 stars. Mario Galaxy 2, have not finished that one yet. Mario Odyssey, I'm talking too much. 889 star, 89 moons. So I'm surprisingly good at Mario games. I'm not that big a fan. I think it's just in platforms in general. It's like the games are refined to a point, a fine, sharp, lemon sprinkled point of platformers. Did anyone here play Sonic North Adventure? Yes, I still own it. I finished it. I have not got... Did I get all the emeralds? I got all the emeralds. Yeah, I finished it. Like the Werehog series, but the Zelda instead of beat ups. Interesting. That would... Actually, what would a Zelda dungeon like Werehog be? All I can think of is the actual stuff you unlock in the Wii version in the temples. Which are just getting extra lives anyway. Gaia Gate puzzles. Yeah, actually, those are pretty good. You can incorporate those, like actually go inside a Gaia temple and do the puzzles then you get the cutscene of them putting the emerald on the altar. I'd like that. That sounds fun. Add more puzzles to it then, instead of just, hey, just drag this box over here, but then turn this crank. Now put another box on it and turn the other crank. It's like, that's the best that the puzzle gets. In Missouri nighttime, that's the best of the puzzles that get in with the Werehog. None of it matters anyway, it's just, nah. I was going to say something, my mind has blanked on it. But here when it happens, it's like, oh yeah, I'll pick it up later, talk about something else. Alright, let's go back, and with the files over the floor, where did it go? I want to show Super Chat is available. I don't think I've activated it. I'm also trying to get all the Sonic games, but it's just, I'm got to the point where all the expensive games I really have to get. The most expensive game I have right now is this. Knuckles Chaotix, $150. Play as Knuckles and one of his new friends, Vector, Mighty, Espio, and Charmy. And according to the manual, Knuckles owns the island. I'm not too sure how that even works. The 3DS was upside down for some reason. A complete copy. That has the manual in it and the registration card. That is a complete copy of Knuckles Chaotix. $150. That is cheap, okay? That is very cheap because the other highest on eBay was about 250 up to 700 for Knuckles Chaotix. That's one of the most expensive games I own. Not including the special editions of Mania and Generations. Yes, I'm a bit insane when it comes to collecting games, but I'm a Sonic fan. I want all the games. And if I don't have, I put those away, didn't I? But a few Game Gear games as well. It cost me $50 to get Tails Adventure. Unboxed. What's sitting there? Oh, that's a DS. Alright. I keep forgetting what I even have on my shelf sometimes. Like, I'm looking at a bunch of Sonic games. I think I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sonic games left to collect. No, it's 6. 6 Sonic games left to collect. If people play Tails in Sonic Unleashed as a bonus story to Tails' side of the story will be using his normal flight, but with reaching his epic machine invention combos. I'm not too sure, really. I don't think... Having a side story, I think it'll just be the same as Episode Shadow. Where maybe the gameplay will be somewhat similar. Like, no boost, but able to actually jump and glide. Not fly, but glide. So that'll be something. I don't mind that side story, but we won't have any cutscenes. We'll probably just have the, the text overlays or little cutouts to save on money. It'll be nice to have a side story before Tails ended up finding Sonic at Windmill Isle at night. Partially, yeah. What about Sonic Jam Unboxed? I do not own Sonic Jam right now. I'm still trying to find a good price for it. The Saturn game I do own is Sonic R. Because why not? And I have this version, which is the European version. Because 2 reasons. 1, it was cheaper than buying an American version. And 2, I prefer this box art and box case itself than the American version. But yeah, full on as well. This cost me $80. I got that from Ireland. I need Sonic 3D on the Saturn, Tails Sky Patrol, Sonic Jam on the Saturn, Sonic N, which is the N-Gauge Sonic part of Sonic Advance, Sonic Jam on the Tiger Gamecom, and something called Sonic Game World. I was thinking of Sega Wacky Worlds, but it's not a Sonic game. Oh, they do. Western box art, majoritively for Sonic, sucks. I think it's up until Sonic Adventure they started sharing box arts. But, like, tell me. What the hell is this? I know you might have patched nostalgia for this game, but this box art is crap. It really is. I'm sorry for the glare. I got a set of plastic cases because Sega decided to be very cheap and have cardboard cases for this. Like, look at the back. That's just ruined. Was there a couple of them that shared? Like, Sonic 2 on the Mega Drive is mostly the same except for this orange border going around. This is not on the American version. Okay, make it all flush. I have too many games. Leapfrog Sonic, I mean that Sonic game on that Leapfrog. I'm not too sure really. I'm not really interested in getting that one. I mean, a lot of people say, "Well, you don't have 100% completion, then you have to get this." 100% completion means you can get in every single part of the game as well, but I don't want to get every part of the game. I wonder how much that is anyway. Leapster, I think it's called. No, there's two of them. There's Leapster and there's something called the Digi. Not that much. I don't think so, really. I think the Leapster had Sonic X, whereas the Leapfrog Digi has just Sonic the Hedgehog, which is just Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think it counts as a game, though. I may get it just for collector's sake. I think I'm turning more into collector than I am an actual gamer, because I have games on this shelf that I have not touched. I really wanted them because I was interested in playing them, but did not actually end up playing them. Like, for example, I have... Where is it? I have Nier. Nier on the Xbox 360. I think it was called Nier Gestalt in Japan. I really wanted that because I was thinking of getting Nier Automata. Or Automata, whatever the hell how you pronounce it. Nier Tomato. And I thought, well, let's get this again. I mean, my brother played it. I watched him play it. It looks interesting. I want to get into the series because people really like this series, apparently, despite it being originally called Drakengard. Did not touch it. I have not opened that freaking case. Well, I opened it once to check the disc, obviously. Is there any scratches on it? No. Good. Shelf. I have not touched it since. Have not touched it. I have not even got Nier Automata either. I have not got Nier Replicant either, which was the PS3 version of the game that was never released when Nier Gestalt was released. Yeah, it's Sonic 3. Wasn't forward to Western box art games, for example, but I agree with you. Oh, the box art. You're talking to the boxes. Yeah, apparently using cardboard was a cheaper alternative than making plastic, even though in Europe we continued using plastic cases. Sonic 3D had a plastic case. Knuckles Chaotix did not. The 32X games did not have any plastic cases, or the cardboard ones. But they had a better box art design. They really did. No, they didn't. They had this weird long box, which cool for PC games because they had a lot of stuff in them, but yeah, this long jewel case. Even Sega CD had the same thing. Because CD, I have this version of Sonic CD. I have the not for resale version. Spoiler alert, I do not have the not for resale version. This is the original release version I got unboxed. And I was like, I need a case for it. So I bought the manual. I thought, hey, I can make my own case. Let's make my own box art. Let's compile it all together. I'll print it out and all that. This does not fit in a jewel case. This is way too big. So I bought the case for it as well. Because this would not fit in the jewel case they have for actual Sonic CD games. So I got the not for resale box manual, but a retail version of the disc. And the reason why you can tell it's a retail version, because the not for resale version of Sonic CD is a red disc. The original release is a blue disc. There you go, there's a fact for you. Put you over there next to Sonic Adventure and Sonic R. I'll saw something for a second. Still feel free to ask questions. Use the super chat if you want to. I'm getting messages all of a sudden for no reason. Speaking of messages, I should... Note to self, always mute your goddamn phone. I was going to say something. I hate when mine does that. You think of something and all of a sudden your mind just goes... Bleh. Heard the Western Saturn game cases were hauled over from the CD. They had a long backlog inventory of them. Figured they might as well use them for Saturn since they were soon to come out. Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad idea. That's why a lot of video game consoles back in the early 90s and 80s all had the same input. That same universal input, a little trapezoid look controller on the Master System and Mega Drive. The Atari had it as well. A lot of consoles at the time used it. It was a universal plug. Then when Nintendo said, you know, we're going to use proprietary, you have to buy our controllers to use this. You can't use any other controller. Like, it was kind of fun using the Genesis controller on a Mega Master System. But that's why it was universal. Then there's like, no, all proprietary now. Up until the USB came out, and everything started being more USB. Even in Europe, Apple got told off saying, "Hey, you can't keep using your Lightning port. You have to configure to a USB-C," which is, I think this phone, yeah, a USB-C. This is a Galaxy S8, by the way. This uses USB-C. Apple still wants to use its own Lightning port, which apparently doesn't fucking work most of the time. And then USB-C on phones doesn't always work. Like, it's got fast charging, doesn't fucking charge fast. It charges, but it doesn't charge fast. I need a better freaking cable for it, though. Maybe I should buy one of those on Amazon tomorrow. I don't like using Amazon, but it's convenient. I'm going to put it out as well is there is a blue blur. I was going to get this out much earlier in the year, but I had some problems contacting my editor at the time. And I have two Sonicguru projects in the works, one of which you already all know about because I'll end up last video, which is getting every A rank in Sonic Adventure 2. That's going to take a while because I'm having trouble getting all A ranks. Mainly because I'm not enjoying it as much as I should be doing. Like, yeah, I got angry during Generations getting A ranks, S ranks, but I had fun with it. SA2, I'm having a lot of problems with it because I'm just not enjoying it. And I may have to write that down in the script when I get around to it. And another one is sort of a thing, just an idea I had about, you know what, I can do an actual video. I've got two different videos. One of which actually was a tutorial coming up, but I never got around to it making it, so now it's going to be a Sonicguru. The Sonicguru was never separated. Right. I saw a few North American Saturn games recently. I thought this white spine and pattern on them looked really cheap, especially when the artwork crosses into it. I like it when the actual artwork crosses into it. I prefer the black though. Black works better with the logo. I like it when the actual artwork crosses over into the borders of where it should remain. It's like, okay, this game's so good, it's coming at you. Sonic 3 was never separated and used the original music, so we could never have Hypersonic or having Sonic 3 and having Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles separate releases. Like all these Sonic and Knuckles re-releases. You have to rephrase that question. You're saying that what would happen if Sonic 3 was never separated into two cartridges to save money and get a Christmas release in 1994? Or are you asking what if Sonic 3 was Sonic 3 and Sonic Knuckles was Sonic 4 as individual releases that could never be locked on? Like, if Sonic 3 was the full game that it was meant to be, it'll be one hell of a game. Like, this is the biggest Sonic game ever released. Like, Sonic 3 Knuckles is one of the biggest Sonic games on the Genesis, let's be fair. Next to Sonic CD, which in terms of actual level design. Like, I'm not too sure, really. When you think about hypotheticals about that, like, what if Sonic 3 was never separated? I don't think Sega would have pioneered the lock-on technology they had. Like, hey, you can combine this game with this game. Why, who knows, Itchy? So, I mean, Sega has a lot of ideas, but don't really implement them with only certain games, like Nintendo does with their controllers. Oh, God damn it. I apologize. McDonald's, oh yeah. I heard it was just basically a Christmas release. Like, if they were actually a full game. I'm not too sure. I guarantee it definitely would have gotten a recognition it deserved. Even today, it's still probably being considered. Sonic 3 would still be considered one of the best Sonic games ever made. But I don't think the actual idea of, oh yeah, thanks to Sonic and Knuckles, if it's being a lock-on game, would have actually been pioneered. What the hell am I thinking of then? Seriously, what the hell am I thinking of? I swear, I get... It's a problem when you have so much information about a franchise in your head. It's like this... The filing cabinets just fall over, you're trying to sell them back over. Sonic 3 released, sometime Christmas. Who made the music? A lot of people say Michael Jackson. I still say Jun Sonoy. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. Groundhog Day was renamed Hedgehog Day for the release. Whereas Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was released in November. Yeah, Sonic Tuesday, I believe. We go all the way back. I think it's November 10th it was released. It's weird. Certain traditions. I don't think being in America, there's certain traditions and holidays. You have to like, oh, it's this day, then this day. It's like, why? Why do you celebrate? Why is Groundhog Day a thing? Who the hell started that? Yeah, now most games get released on fucking Friday. What did it choose? I'm not too sure really, because I know for a fact Mass Effect. No, in England, games come out on Friday. Games in America come out Monday, Tuesday. Because I remember Mass Effect 3 came out. Everyone played the hell out of it, and one of my friends told me, "You're not going to like the ending." Then I got the game, played through it, saw the ending, and like, could be worse. But again, as I was saying, you get some information about certain franchises in your head, you're just going to get confused. Because I know for a fact, a lot of games and stuff get cut for deadlines, like, we're going to make a Christmas release! Why? Apparently now it's being retitled Sonic Frontiers because of the trademark. Who knows about this point? It could be still be called Sonic Rangers. Sonic Frontiers could be a completely different game for all we know. Like, Sonic Rangers could be the actual game coming out, but Sonic Frontiers could be a mobile release. You know, we're making an RTS game for the freaking mobile system. Great. If that turned out to be real, though, if I just called out Sega saying, hey, you're making an RTS featuring all this, it's a Sonic title, but an RTS for mobile, of, like, freaking Raid Shadow Legends, have it known that I fucking called it! I thought Breath of the Wild was released early in the year with on the same release as the Switch. 06 was freaking pushed to meet the deadline of the release of the PS3. Which wasn't freaking designed for in the first place. You know, I swear to God, I get ideas and Sega just takes them. It's happened several times by now. I had an idea for the downloadable Sonic title featuring Metal Sonic between like every other boss. Sonic 4 gets announced like a year later and they do the Metal Sonic boss in episode 2. Back in 2009, I was writing a review for Sonic 06 because I was starting to get started my game reviews, and I came up with the name Sonic Generations to rename Sonic 06. 2 years later, Sonic Generations gets frickin' announced. Yeah, 06 is going to be on the Wii, because they split the team in two, one to work on the Wii, the rest to finish off 06 on the 360 PS3, but decided it's not powerful enough, and wanted to utilize the motion controls to actually go, you know what, let's make our own game, and let's do Sonic Wildfire. I mean, Secret Rings. Hello, Vane. Think of saying, Raid Sonic Legends, download now for free. Yeah, the soundtrack is always good. Sonic soundtracks are always good, except Sonic Chronicles. You're asking questions, you're chatting amongst yourselves, I'm replying, we're having a good time. It tried making Sonic real. It had a unique aesthetic, okay? It had a unique aesthetic. Nice voice. I'm not a voice actor. I like doing impressions of other impressionists. Let me. I sounded like I sound like Berta from Dragon Ball Z Bridge. I'm the fastest guy in the universe. Also in Perfect Cell, but sometimes it just ends up being Berta. I don't know why. Berta's just like a really easy voice to do for me. I'm trying to think of a line from Dragon Ball Z Bridge with Cell. Let me ask you a question. A little bit of a question. What? Wants me to trick this guy? Yeah, I would like to see a proper Sonic entry on the Saturn. If they actually went with Sonic Mars, the one that actually utilized the Ninth engine, and Yuji Naka didn't get all uppity about the usage of it, it could have been decent. Like, not a great, but very unique, underrated game on the system. Yeah, Sonic 06. I don't like it. I can see, like, every other person who plays it and really likes it can see the good. Okay, you can always see the good in a bad game. Like, besides those several indie devs who just, like, slap together some Unity project and probably stole or paid for, and it just looks like anything else. Like, there you go, give me money, please. Trading cards, haha. Like, yeah, besides those guys, no one sets out to make a bad game, deliberately. Okay? No one sets out to be a bad game. So, seeing the good in a bad game, like, I can see good in a bad game. I always do. Even certain games that not Sonic games, I can see, like, I can enjoy playing this. Like I said, when 3D All Stars on the Switch came out, I was looking forward to playing Sunshine the most. Galaxy I played repeatedly, Mario 64 played repeatedly. Sunshine, you can only play one console. Now you can play it on two. You can't anymore because they discontinued it, but still. That is the worst of the 3 games, but I still enjoy it. They really did. Their technical industry really did with the sound. They almost died. That's how bad it was. They almost died. Favorite characters and least favorite characters of Sonic as of this year. Sonic and Blaze always at the top, followed by Amy. I like Shade. Least favorite characters, I don't like Charmy. Silver gets annoying sometimes, even though I'm starting to like him a bit more recently. I like Espio. Espio's cool. Rouge, I couldn't really take it or leave it. I mean, I'm trying to think of characters I actually draw, you know? Which characters have I drawn more and less? I don't think I've ever drawn... I've drawn none of Deadly Six. I have drawn Infinite maybe twice. I have never... No, I've drawn in Mephiles once. I think Rouge, really. I don't think I've ever actually drawn Rouge as much as I should. And there you go. Yeah, Vane, that's it. You like 06 Modern Forces. And you can own that. Like, I like Forces more than Colors. And Colors is considered a really good Sonic game. I prefer Forces. You prefer 06. Great, yeah. Have fun. No one should... And that's the thing as well, okay? Because it's been going around for a couple of days ago, and it really pissed me off, so much so that one of my friends decided to quit the community because of it. No one gets to dictate what you can and cannot like, okay? No one. If you like Sonic 06 more than any other good Sonic game, then good for you. Go have fun. If you prefer Charmy Bee over Shadow the Hedgehog, have fun. Okay? Draw that character, voice that character, love that character, own a freaking plushie. You don't like Shadow? Fine, don't like Shadow. He's a bit of a dick anyway, and he's completely badly written since Sonic Forces. And especially in the IDW's way, he pretty much showed us Vegeta, which is a bad comparison anyway, because Shadow is not Vegeta. Even though people want to make a big comparison because of Dragon Ball Z influences. Okay? Again, I'll tell this. No one gets to dictate what you can and cannot like. If it comes to moral ambiguity, if it comes to illegal stuff, and fine. When it comes to possibly character assassinating stuff, when it comes to illegal stuff, people can. Because it is morally wrong. I'm not going to say what, because of this will get demonetized and all that. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. When it comes to fictional characters, when it comes to fandoms, when it comes to anything involving a medium. Like, I don't like... Okay, a popular character in something non-Sonic or non-game related. I don't like Amy Pond in Doctor Who. I think she's a terrible character. I don't like Rose Tyler in Doctor Who. She had her moments. I don't know why she's considered one of the best characters that somehow in New Doctor Who people like. But she abandoned her boyfriend in the very first fucking episode. Amy Pond lied about her boyfriend, then abandoned him on the eve of their wedding. Like, how can you like these characters who seem to have a life and all of a sudden just run off with a doctor? I mean, I probably would as well, but at the same time, it's like, I don't like those characters. They just irritate me. When it's like, oh, they died. Like, alright, see ya. Am I wrong for that opinion? No. It is opinion. I don't like the characters because it's an opinion. It's a fictional medium. You don't get to dictate what I can and cannot like. I swear. So, if someone's dictating you what you can and cannot like, tell them to fuck off. If it's so important to them that they like this character, why the hell are they wasting their time complaining to you about it? Alright, I'm done. That's a rant I actually wanted to get off my chest for a while. Okay? Because I'm sick and tired of these so-called fans telling other fans what to like. If you want to like something, you have every right to like it. They have no right to take that away from you, okay? That's why I like the fact that you were so proud to say, I like 06 over Forces. Good. Okay? The only thing that should, and I'll say this, the only thing that should come out of their mouths when it comes to you stating you like this over that is, why? Open a conversation about it, not a debate, not an argument, not a put down. Just, alright, like 06 Modern Forces, okay, what do you see in over there? Because I prefer Forces over 06, even though there are some parts of 06 I actually quite like. You know, that's what you should do. It's pretty much on borderline gatekeeping. You should never gatekeep. You should invite people into it. It's like, oh, you can't be a fan unless you play the first 3 Sonic games on the original Genesis on the CRTV back in 1994. You didn't. You're too young. You weren't born then. Well, piss off and don't come back. Wankers. Forces is the DMC of 2. Wow, that's a comparison. That is a comparison, because DMC 2 was fucking dreadful. Instead of Extreme, I would have commissioned a Technical Institute to make a 2D entry in the series, though more of the advanced games over the classic ones. Yeah, I think they should have utilized the 3D graphics as more of a background, like do what Klonoa did, or even do what Pandemonium did. That would have worked better, rather than trying to do Crash Bandicoot or Mario 64. Personally, 06 is my favourite story in the Sonic game, not counting her. Which her? If it's her Blaze or her Elise? If it's her Blaze, I understand. If it's her Elise, I just want to know why. I want to see a quick adventure game inspired by Christian West. Wow. Why? Why do you want to see that? How would that even work? Because basically it's like, here's Sonic 2 on God mode. End of story. Yeah, DMC 2 is like, how bad is DMC 2? Well, first of all, the original creator who was localizing the game at the time was like, I didn't know DMC 2 was even being produced. Kamiya didn't fucking know DMC 2 was being made. They got someone else, a different team, who didn't know anything about DMC. And the director was so ashamed of it, he asked Capcom, give me another go, let me do number 3. Because there were so many ideas that did not fit with Devil May Cry. You had infected tanks and helicopters, and a helicopter boss that you could just shoot in the sky and not do jack shit else. It was so boring. So boring. I don't know how the hell my brother played it all the way to the end. I like no idea how the hell he managed to play through it. Then again, I think it was just the riding the high of, hey, it's DMC 2. We're going to play this. I do know for a fact that he got DMC 3 brand new for £1. For £1. You had to trade in 4 games. Like 4 more recent release games, but at least tallied up. Could not be sports or wrestling games. And he got DMC 3 and Metal Gear Solid 3 for £1 each. That was an amazing deal. I had to see Elise, but not as someone who's directly affiliated with Sonic. Explain. Biggest problem with the boost games is the waste of assets. Yeah, I can see that. Like, you're just going through the entire level, you're not really taking in what goes into a level. Like, it works in Sonic Rush and the handheld and generations on 3DS because there's not much assets to see because you're only seeing half a stage and for processing power. A lot of people put the classic Sonic games on a pedestal. However, when you analyze them further, they're actually quite flawed in many ways. Yes, they are. Sonic, like, here's an example. I like, out of the trilogy on the Genesis, not including CD or Chaotix, out of Sonic 1, 2, and 3, I prefer 1. Despite the fact that A, there's no spin dash. B, there's no save file. C, the speed is still capped and not really as expansive as it was in 2 and 3. And D, the level design is not really as robust as it is in 2 and 3. There's a lot more focus on platforming than there is on speed, especially when Marble Garden comes around and suddenly you have to stop, go, or even Labyrinth Zone, being one of the worst water stages of the entire franchise. Next to Tidal Tempest. But I still enjoy it. I still enjoy Sonic 1 despite its flaws. And once I finished 2 and went to 3 and it felt so alive. Oh yeah, 3. Devil May Cry 3 is so fun. Especially that first cutscene. It's like, yep, this is Dante. Like, this emo culture is in, so in number 2, let's make him very, very stoic and, you know, moody and not give him any fucking lines. Why do people hate human beings in Sonic? It's because it doesn't really fit in the nature of Sonic. Like, they tried making it like more Sonic in the real world, and they stuck with that for so long. Like, go back and forth a little bit with humans, no humans, humans, no humans, and in 06 it's like, here's realistic looking humans in a realistic looking world, and here's a realistic looking Sonic. And it just didn't feel right. Like, they tried keeping the general aesthetic of Sonic in the real world, but it didn't really fit. I mean, we had this whole thing with the movie trying to make Sonic look more like Sonic while still being somewhat realistic. That's why the original design is like, oh, Sonic's sort of an alien, it comes to a different planet, but it looked like a freaking science experiment gone wrong, you know? That's why the design was so bad. It wasn't Sonic, you know? So when it comes to humans, especially Unleashed had the right design. Like, don't make them realistic, make them cartoony, make them a fairy tale-like designs. Now they've got rid of them completely. Because people didn't like the idea of Sonic being in a real world. And now it's just, and considering the fact that most of the actual history of Sonic is still being referenced in the comics and in future games, it doesn't make sense. In fact, there's the whole two worlds concept, but people just don't get it. But at the same time, it makes sense because there's no other explanation to have it. What seems the most impossible is the most likely answer. DMC has some of the best bosses. I don't know, Bayonetta has some pretty top-notch ones as well. Bayonetta was kick-ass. Sonic works with humans because it's a contrast to Mario. I thought the appeal of Sonic was that he, in a real world, compared to Mario. I like the anime style of Humans Adventure one more than Unleashed. I like the style he had in Shadow the Hedgehog, really. Like, it still had somewhat of a realistic approach, but still had the fantasy style. Like, the nature of Sonic to me is more fantasy. It's like, is a hedgehog with one giant eyeball, arguably, or just two of them really close together. And it's more fairy-like. It's a fantasy. That's the nature of Sonic to me. You can't put realism into a game like, okay, here's what happens when Sonic actually did do this or did do that. Here are some guns. Here is whatever. But you're still fighting gods. It doesn't... When you put... I don't know, when you put realism into Sonic, it doesn't fit. It's just the uncanny valley effect of it, I think. I feel the opposite, Brian. I feel Mario is more surreal and Sonic feels more fantasy. Mario has no sense to it. It's like, hey, here's an entire part of the world where we have, through a giant pot, we have this freaking lava like jello like he's swimming. We have an island in the shape of a dolphin, powered by shine sprites. We can go from a realistic looking city with Mario in it to a tropical beach with a giant flying squid. That's surreal. Sonic doesn't feel surreal to me. Sonic feels more fantasy because there's still somewhat of a grounded narrative to it. Like, for as obscure as maybe a water god or Gaia or even Solaris being split into Mephiles and Iblis, there's still a grounded reality to it. Like, this could exist in this world. That's what makes it fantasy. Mario doesn't have that. In Mario's world, the hills have eyes, okay? You don't see that in Sonic. That's the difference. One of my favorite Sonic games panned by most people, Sonic R. I am not kidding. Sonic R, I enjoy it. I enjoy the hell out of that. But even Black Knight, I got so mad at Black Knight. Especially like near the end with the Crystal Caves. Or the Dragon Cave. But I like that as well. A character that looked completely alien in a world that looked real as a place you could go find. Yeah, it does actually. That's why one of the creators of Sonic complained about the design of Sonic in the movie. Sonic is a fairy of a character. It's like when you make Mickey Mouse in the real world, he doesn't become a real mouse. He still looks like Mickey Mouse. That's why Sonic had to look like Sonic. You had to have somewhat of a realistic approach, but still keep that fantasy look. So yeah, I got really deep on that on Sonic being a fantasy. I've got a box of candy here. I have not touched it yet. I've been here for an hour now. Keep thinking what other game franchise I could actually do a collection of, and it's like, dumbass, you're just trying to collect all the Sonic games, can you focus on that for starters? Yeah, Sonic is an interesting character because it comes on different approaches from different, eras of youth. Like, my first experience was in 1993, others have it in 91, others have it in 2011. He's a very likable character and a very, very distinct character that you can easily recognize. Yeah, especially CD Sonic. It's a different approaches and different art styles, and it's easily recognizable. You can put the American one, the Toei one, the Adventure, the Modern, the Boom, and the Modern Classic next to each other. You're like, that's all Sonic. It's easily recognizable as Sonic. Yeah, I blame the actual writers and sometimes the direction. Well, not much you can do. It's like, it works if it's like, okay, this is in Sonic's world and this was in the human world. Also, give a goddamn name to Sonic's world. If it's not Mobius, what the fuck is it called? Seriously. I'm going for over an hour now, and I am getting quite tired. It's been a long day for me. I can take it or leave for the American art style. which cell shading? Because I'm thinking, when I think of Uwakawa's, I think of either the scratchy Sonic style, and he does all of them anyway. But the Adventure Era is always the one I think of a lot. Anyway, I am going to call it a night. This has been a really fun conversation. Okay. Anyway, as always, thank you all so much for joining me on this little chill stream. I've counted down from the anger of driving. But as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Be sure to subscribe onto the Sonicguru Plays channel. Link in the description below. And you can support the channel over on Patreon for $1 a month or $5 to see the Iron Box Raw. Or listen to it, not watch it. And yeah, I am going to try and get some videos done and upload. I am sorry for the very sparse schedule. Thank you again, Zeus, for the $5 super chat. I am going to go to bed early tonight. Thank you again, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you all so much for watching.